Welcome back to Highfield Road, and you join me for update number 5. Now, at the moment I'm doing a voiceover to the recordings I took recently when I went down to Bradford on Avon Railway station. Now, quite frankly, there was quite a lot of people around and I didn't feel confident enough talking into the camera and giving the update. And it would also have been harder to edit. So the purpose of this video is to show you the shots and the filming I took while at Bradford on Avon. Now, I am trying to replicate Bradford on Avon with my layout Highfield Road. So I'm just gonna shut up basically in a moment because no one wants to hear me waffle on for ages. And there'll be a few shots of the platforms and the station itself, and hopefully it will give you an idea of what it is I'm trying to achieve on the layout. So this is a little bit longer than my normal updates, so stick with it. The layout part does come very shortly, but for now I'm going to shut up and just observe what you're watching, and then hopefully when you get back to the layout later on, it will give you some sort of idea of what it is I'm trying to achieve.
Cycle spaces, zones 2 and 5. Wheelchairs, zones 3 and 4. Sorry. Yes, I know, but do you know how I can...
So this is Greenland Mills level crossing at Bradford on Avon. So this is what I've got to try and replicate in some form or the other. A little bit further down the road, or down the line should I say. So I can't, they put these new cameras up over on the other side, so I can't go too far and stop in the middle like I used to be able to film. But you get the idea. There's the railway bridge which goes down to the railway station. Like you said, it says up there on the building. Greenland Mill level crossing. So yeah, this is, like I said, something else I'm going to try and replicate. Unfortunately, it won't be able to do this much detail because I ain't got the room for it, and it won't be on this angle either. But if I can get something similar, or a level crossing as such, with a bridge like that, and then a built up embankment around it, that'll do, I think. But hopefully that gives you some sort of idea of what I'm trying to achieve on the level crossing section. And it goes off then over the bridge, past all the way down there. Used to be a tennis ball factory which they've redeveloped, and then obviously you got the River Avon down here. There you go, look. Now going back donkeys years ago when I was a little nipper, used to stand down there and do some fishing, and believe it or not, where all that development is over there, that used to be Avon Rubber, and that's where my dad used to work. And like I said, when I was a nipper, we used to stand down there, and he used to tell us where the fish were off the bridge over there. So I think he would probably have been stood over there somewhere in regards to angles. And yeah, he used to come out on his night shifts quite regularly and see the class 50s and the 31s going through. So I'm sure he's got some fond memories of that, seeing them go over the bridge as they go through Bradford on their way down to Bristol. Anyway, I'm going to get back home now and we'll move on to the next part of the update. But like I said, I hope this gives you some sort of insight of what I'm trying to achieve on Highfield Road. Well, as the Class 50 and the 33 pass through Highfield Road, I want to welcome you back once again, and it's a quick little progress update video for you to show you what I've been up to, mainly this week to be perfectly honest. Well, we're going to need to fix that little chimney, he's broke, but yeah, spent quite a lot of time on detailing this week, so I've added some bits and pieces here at the front of the station, some more people. I've added an information board, some recycling bins, and the British Railway sign as well. I've also added some barriers. The main thing I've done really on the layout is added this gold spear fencing. So that was quite time consuming, but it was an enjoyable little job. So that runs all the way down the side of the platform like it does at Bradford on Avon. And what you will see in front of this, the next stage, is to turn this into a car park. So that's going to look nice when that's all done. And then come over to this side again, we've got some more fencing. And again, this will be a little car park here as well, a little gravel car park. Because just off the camera here, in real life, there's a taxi rank. Ashley cars, they used to be called. I'm not sure what they are now these days, but yeah, so there'll be some sort of car park there. So it is starting to come on. It's looking really good. I'm happy with it. I've also made a little signal box to go on Dugmere Junction the next time I'm up on the layout. And that's a Gauge Master signal box. So he hasn't come out too bad. But like I said, he won't be staying here. He's going back to Dugmere Junction. Dropping down to the fiddle yard. I've added some buffer lights to help. I am one short over my shoulder to the right hand side, which I need to do. I'll come back to that in a minute. So as you can see, there's some locos in the fiddle yard at the moment. And if I come all the way down this end, you'll see, if I can get up high enough, all of those lines have got the buffer lights on as well. Something else I didn't have in the last update, which I've done, and this is going to confuse you because it says Bradford on Avon, but the railway's Highfield Road. I'm going to change that. But this is my little switch panel I've done myself. Never built one before, so this was a bit of a head scratcher, but I got there. So I'm well happy with that. That looks really good, nice and tidy for an amateur job like for me. So yeah, it's good. It all works as it should. So I've got my main on and off switch, obviously. That controls everything. So I can put it back on. I've got my station lights. So they're independently on and off. I've got my signal, obviously red and green. So if I go green, so he doesn't get spad, and I can just flick it to red. I was going to go for the sensors, but I decided, because of the size of the layout, it's just right next to my workbench, is to do it all off a board, go old school. And yeah, you probably noticed as I've got my panel here, I've got all my point motors all wired in. So they all work. Lovely jubbly. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, it is a short and sweet update from Highfield Road. It's not going to be my usual one where I edit it on the computer, slice and dice it, put an intro video on and all that good stuff. But we'll get out of focus there. Because it's been a little while, it's been a month or so since I gave you the last update, I thought I'd check in and show you what I've been up to. But I'm happy with the progress. I think it's starting to come together now really nicely. What I am going to plan on doing at some point in the future as well, I'm actually going to take you down to Bradford on Avon, and I will show you the station. So then it will give you kind of an idea of what it is I'm trying to replicate to some degree. And then hopefully you'll see, or you'll agree and say, yeah, that actually looks pretty good when you put it up against Bradford on Avon. It's done a good job. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I don't blow my own trumpet, but I think I've done a good job. Yeah. So anyway, 5 minutes is approaching on this video. I think that's long enough. There's not anything else to show you. Like I said, plenty of people have been added now to the platform. There were a few on there last time, but I've added a few now. Got them, like I said, got them down waiting at a ticket machine. Focus, yeah. So, added a pram to the lady over there on the bench as well. Next job is to finish off the road bridge. So I've really got to crack on and do that now. Coming across as well, one last thing before I completely forget, is I've started on the level crossing. Unfortunately, these kits are a bit low when you have something under the track to deaden the noise. And then when you try and put something, you know, when I tried putting the green stuff underneath to bring it to the same level, and I put these pieces in like that, unfortunately, oh, got to get out of the way quickly. That was lucky. The locomotives are catching them, so I'm going to have to shave these down a little bit or try and find some other way. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to sign off now. My task tonight is to get these 150s working because they're bloody, excuse my French, but they're crap runners. So that's what I've got to do for the rest of the evening. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for watching as always and support. And we'll be sure to catch you on the next little update that I do. We'll just pan around and see Rodney go through Highfield Road. And then I'll sign off. I'll be rude not to. The 33 is almost here as well, so why not? One last little shot. Perfect. Right, signing off now, guys. Take care, everybody.